Hey, welcome to the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast with me, Iona Meade, at the Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. I am so excited. It is Thursday, which in my world, if you are new to me, is Environmental Freedom Thursday. And on Environmental Freedom Thursdays, on the Seven Freedoms Frequency podcast, I talk about teaching online and traveling while you teach. And apparently being a digital nomad is the holy grail of working. So I've heard it said over this last week. So teaching online, traveling while you teach, and having that work-life balance for a spiritual entrepreneur. Now, if you want to do your light work out in the world, are you taking it online? Are you building a community around your light work? Are you building? I was on before I dive into the episode, I will share what is going on for me, and we're going to journal together. We're going to set intentions together. It's a very practical YouTube podcast which I'm streaming out all over the socials, and I'm streaming out in the Soul Legacy Academy.com as well for my students. So we're going to set intentions. We're going to talk about visualizing. We're going to express gratitude. We're going to do all those things as we do every single day when I come live daily to share my video journal, really. And again, what's going on for me. This is for you, but it's also for me. And I invite you to go through this process and let me know if you do journal. And if you journal consistently. Everything is consistently. All right, so today I was talking about how I launch my day, lead my day, and leave my day, and how you do that as a spiritual entrepreneur while you're teaching online. Welcome. And so how you launch your day. How did you launch your day today? So some of the things that I was doing today to move and grow in the online space and to prepare to travel while I teach in 2024. I'm super excited about it. Is I was in my own online teaching portal in soullegacyacademy.com. And I was in there because I've been putting together these teachings. And when I gave up my home, it's now November, I gave up my home in August 2023. And I have been doing recordings and stuff. I wanted to do more recordings in that environment in my home office that I'd had for almost 11 years. And I didn't get everything done. And so I was doing some recording in London. The internet was so bad. I'm not sure why, but the area that I was in, it was really bad. And then I've come back to Suffolk, which is my second hometown, is where I'm at now. And I've got internet and it's so much better. So over these last few months, I've been piecing together my online stuff ready to prep, to go out and teach and teach more and to travel. And so today I was like, okay, well, I'm doing my emails. So while I'm traveling, my emails can talk to you guys and my readership community as I launch my paperback of my book, etc. And so I was like, okay, well, I've done the emails for my Soul Signature System, my bootcamp, the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint, Author and Authority Media Program, and Mastermind. And I was doing them, and I've got some more emails to prepare for, like our monthly calls. We have a co-author enrollment call. We have an orientation day. We have, this is once per month. We have Soul Guided Instructors Days. We have co-writing days as well as the mastermind and stuff. But I was just focused on the boot camp, and I'm like, okay, how do I structure this? What do I say and when? And in that, I wanted to go back through my training because I hadn't been through it in a little while and make it all make sense and make sure I didn't leave anything out and everything's in all of the things. And so I was actually watching myself, and they say, and I say as well, that oftentimes we teach what we need to learn the most, right? And so traveling while I teach and teaching online, I know that my soul tribe, my soul niche, my soul clients want to do that or are kind of doing it, but don't know how to monetize everything, don't necessarily have the structure for everything, don't have the structure to have that financial freedom, all those things. And I'm like, okay, or don't have a way to yet put the umbrella of all of their ideas into all of their creative ideas, I would say, under one umbrella. And I love doing that. Anyway, so I was doing that today. I was watching myself and I'm like, okay, well, this makes sense. And I recorded the welcome video, because that's what you do when you teach online and you create an online teaching portal. You welcome your students in. And the way that I do my welcome video is to I do the welcome, but I am also teaching you how to do your welcome videos, because it's a bit like weird. And then I watched my orientation into the Soul Legacy Launch Blueprint. And when I first launched this, it was 8 years ago. So much has changed in my life. I've grown so much, like so much has happened. I'm like, wow, I did not even imagine, like 8 years on from when I first created it. When I first created it, it was just before my son passed. My son passed 8 years ago. And then I did it again after he passed. I came offline for like 7 weeks, and I went back online and I served and served and served for like a year. And I came back offline for like 3.5 years to help and heal myself first. And I came back online. I came back offline to rebrand. Then I came back offline again, didn't fully get back on to foster 3 children under 5. And all of a sudden, excuse me, it's like 8 years on, and I'm re-recording it in the sense of as today's social media and the different platforms have changed and the AI has come into play and all those things, and different conversations and different groups and my different focus is not necessarily just on Facebook. It's on YouTube. Although I came off Facebook, I was like, that's it, I'm done. And I was watching a Facebook training today, and it was quite a basic training, to be fair, but it was so good. And I think I've bought the ladies, their program. I think I bought it. I'm sure I bought it, because what she was telling everybody, not just me, it's a 3-day challenge. I'm like, I'm sure I've implemented some of the things that you've shared. And I purchased another Facebook training. Well, excuse me, I've purchased several Facebook training actually over the years. Years ago, a Facebook domination course, and then another course showing how to set up groups and all the things. All that to say, all the things that I've been doing today. One of the things I really miss is having a genuine community around me. I miss that. I miss calling in my soul tribe, and I'm going to be creating a video on that from YouTube, people that are actually searching for like how to find your soul tribe, how to pull your soul tribe in. Excuse me. And I know that people have genuine communities and genuine tribes. And one of the people that inspires me is the Miracle Morning guy, Hal Rod. He's got a readership community of hundreds of thousands of people. And I know that some groups have thousands of people, even hundreds of thousands of people, but it's post, get, take. And I'm like, oh. And I'm really looking forward to creating a readership community. And I was thinking of this actually, like, well, I travel while I teach, because it's not just about me, it's about my students and it's about you. Excuse me. And I wanted to I was inspired. I wanted to build a readership community. I saw this done with the Miracle Morning, right? And I was like, oh, I just love it. The community is really strong. However, I didn't have that much in common other than the book with a lot of people in there. And I'm like, okay. So it inspired me to create these 7 freedoms, right? Or to put my work into an acronym. And this is how I was talking about a morning routine. And I wanted to talk about a daily routine, because the morning routine wasn't enough for me, excuse me. And now I've been called, like literally a week ago, to create a group. Now, this lady's talking about Facebook groups, and I'm like, okay, what Facebook group? Because it's just like, and growing it and just creating a space, and what will it be, and what does it need to be? I've got a vision board one, I've got a podcasting one, I've got a blah, blah, blah. And then it hit me, and I tried to do the author one, and I didn't do it in the way that I'm doing it now. The Spiritual Entrepreneurs best-selling book launch club. I'm like, that is genius, because it's not just my readership community. I want to create a readership community for my students. And for others, because I'm just into books, I'm just into learning every single day, I read a book or listen to a book, like, just lights me up. And I know that my audience do. And I really miss having a genuine community where I can just, because I've been offline, right? A genuine, so that's on me, like, doing family, a genuine community, to just have conversations with that serve, like, this is it, this is what I'm about. And I say genuine because as I go through this journey, as you teach online, you'll see the cultures changing, and you'll see what people are about, and you'll see how people move around you. And I don't want to create a limiting belief and have that uh, call that into existence. But part of what I want to do, part of what I'm planning to do, is to launch another YouTube channel. And I like it, and it's on spiritual dating. And I liken the online marketing to dating. I literally do. I'm like, oh my gosh. The online, go out there and build a list. Somebody's just messaged me. Go out there and build a list versus going out there and build a legacy. And so part of the environments that I've been on, so it's environmental freedom, and I think of all of the environments that I'm in, whether for my contribution, for my health, for my emotions, and how it's impacting my emotions, my environment where I'm living in, what I want to travel in, what I'm working online, and my environment for my relationships, my environment for my spirituality, and my environment for my finances, right? And I'm covering all of those. And what is on my vision board, I'll talk about vision boarding in a minute, is manifesting part of my life purpose in relationships, whether it's joint vision partnerships or a partnership, being in a relationship, a soulmate partnership. So I have been on the environment of being online, in the online dating world, and I'm literally gathering research, and I've gathered lots of research before I built my business in the way that I have. This is new research altogether. And I know one of the things that when I was doing the Facebook training today, it's like women entrepreneurs, women. And I think that we forget about the men sometimes. And I had the Spiritual Businesswoman Network, and it would have been flying by now, like thousands and thousands of people in there. I'm like, no, I'd like to work with men as well. Like, women are not just the people that make the world go around. So I tapped into spiritual YouTubers, and the majority of the people that I listen to are male, and the majority of books I read are men's. And so doing the online dating and being on the app, and I will share again tomorrow on Relationship Freedom Friday, but this is what was happening today, is when you put your profile out there, so you put your profile out there like in business, you get some people that just come to you that just have an agenda, and that's fine, that's their agenda. And then you get some people that genuinely look at what you do, or look at your profile, look at what, and are genuinely interested and want to spark a conversation, even if they don't want to buy from you, even if they don't want to, it's not a good match, excuse me. And I had a lot of this today. And I'm saying thank you, because this is going to be research. And, it's like, hey, hi, you look stunning, blah, blah, blah. Oh, very, very nice legs is what I got today. And I'm like, what? Is that it? And it's like, this is what somebody else sent me, and I can't read it because it's on my phone. I'm on my phone. And I said to him, I'm going to credit you. So other people have said, credit me, because I'm sharing the book that I'm creating about soulmate attraction, etc. and marriage, excuse me. And so I'm getting these ideas for this research. And this guy, and I said, look, I got a message that actually said, they went through my profile, said, I want a long-term relationship. And it's really sad that we're not going to have more engagement. That's probably it. But I do want a long-term relationship. But did your profile say this before? Because I'd altered it. Because I'm sure that I would have noticed that. And so I altered it as a filter, and it works as a filter. And what I suggest is, as an entrepreneur and as a light worker, when you brand your business, you can, and your Facebook groups and your YouTube channel and your online courses and your book, You brand it as a filter because you don't really want to have conversations that people that don't really want to have conversations with you, who have no interest in what you do, no interest. And I think the harder you brand and the harder you niche, excuse me, the better for you. Because for me, having the conversation and somebody saying, you know what, this is what a guy said to me today. He said, what did he say? He said, I think that is, no, it certainly is the most civil and something conversation that I've ever had on Tinder. And I'm like, that's because we've created a culture. And the guy that said, very, very nice legs, I'm like, is that it? Because I've said, swipe and DM if you want to communicate respectfully. I'm like, well, you didn't read my profile, did you? And he's like, basically, what? And I sent him the message. I copied and pasted it. I said, this is what somebody who has a different mindset. Everybody has different mindsets. So when we're teaching online, know that even though a man is a man, they have a different mindset. A woman's a woman, she have a different mindset, different agenda, different experience, different blah, 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 blah. And I'm liking it more and more to business. And so the guy said, basically, get your head out of here, and blocked me or unmatched me or what have you. And then somebody else said, wow, hope you don't mind me saying that. And I said the same thing. Guess you didn't look at my profile and blah, blah, blah. And this guy said that. And so it was a matter of teaching people how to treat me and teaching people how to treat me online as well, and teaching people how to treat you online, like what you stand for, your values is really important, I think, in marketing and being in the environment. Otherwise, it's draining. You get sucked into everybody's world. And so somebody else said, what did he say? The one with the, oh, I hope you don't mind me saying wow. When I said, is that it? And I just spark a conversation because I'm just like, break out of that monotony, break out of those habits, break out of treating every single person, every single woman the same, like the same line, the same, and it's not even working anywhere. You've been single 4 years, he said, it's like, come on, like do something different. And when you're engaging in your business and you're speaking to people and saying, hey, I'm saying to you, hey, do the work. Hey, speak to people like they're really people. Hey, get on the phone. Most people are saying, hey, go out and build a list. And I'm like, hey, build a legacy. And so in the end, we had a really great conversation, bit of banter back and forth. Turns out lots of personal stuff in this guy's world, lots of hurt, lots of pain. It's like, guys, is not every guy's like that. I'm like, another guy said, I'm not a Dumbo. It's like, well, show me that then. And they're like, you're rude. And I'm messing with him and I'm playing. And I said, I know that guys want the best too, but you're just not showing it. And we have a culture for the online dating world, but I don't think that everybody loves anyway. And I think we have a culture for this list building, like traveling while we teach, list building. I've been building out the emails today, but doing it in a way that I can really feel the people that I'm here to serve. Excuse me, going through my work, I've gone back through to make sure I'm walking my soul clients on a journey, on that journey of that self-discovery, on that journey of, and listening to the training that I did today on about Facebook. And it was just a tiny little snippet, a tiny little snippet in preparation for sign up for my course, get on the wait list and sign up for my course, blah, 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 blah. It was genius. And I know that people don't want to be fire hosed, they don't want to be overwhelmed, but there is so much to learn, especially if you want to teach online and you want to travel while you teach. I'm at the point now where I'm pausing certain things so I can get this bit done, so I can literally be ready to travel while I teach. I'm so excited about it. And so apparently it's the holy grail, because guys are like, oh wow, I don't have as much freedom as you do, or I'd love to do that, or it's really interesting, or it's blah blah blah, or your profile's interesting, or you like creating a full package as a woman, I think is really important. Creating a full package as a spiritual business owner, as a spiritual entrepreneur around your light work is really important. You stand out. People say, welcome. People say, oh, that's really interesting. Oh, that's really different. The mundane and the over and over and over and over again, the same things online is just not cool. Hey, love. Hey, Sherry. How you doing? I've missed you. I'm talking about environmental freedom Thursday because I got the green t-shirt on. But I'm talking about teaching online as a spiritual entrepreneur, and getting our light work out there, but at the same time creating a community around what it is that we do, calling in. I've been calling in my soul tribe, and I've been offline, right? I don't know if you know that. I was offline fostering 3 children under 5. So I didn't have that community. I shut down everything. I'm like, I'm done with Facebook. That is it. The whole outage and the whole meta. And I'm back on, like, really wanting to build my tribe, but not just build any tribe. It's having that conversations with my tribe, like, and replicating that in my automation. And so I'm liking that to online dating. I'm discovering online dating, Sherry, and it is like, it's breaking those patterns, that culture that we've created. Go out there and build a list is about what we're told. I'm just like, not really. Like, that doesn't float my boat. So I've been talking about breaking those habits, breaking the intention, and letting somebody know, actually, I am the whole package. I am somebody that gets you. I am somebody that understands, rather than the same old, the same thing regurgitated. I think as spiritual entrepreneurs, we want to actually niche and speak in a way that our soul clients get and our soul tribe get, that doesn't replicate somebody else, because we are all unique. And so I'm having these conversations again as research for my book on soulmates and soulmate attraction as I go through that, because that's part of my work. I believe in the business and the 7 freedoms and all of the areas, but that's an area that's really impacted me over the years. And I think if nobody stands for the men as well, because he's like, the guy was saying, not all guys are like that. And I'm like, well, show different then. And I think not all marketing has to be the way that traditional marketing is, because we don't want to do it. It's like, show people that we have a heart, show people that we have a soul, show people that we're here to leave a legacy, and blaze that trail. Does that make sense? Like, the environment that I want to be in and the environment that I want to create is around the readership. And again, it was inspired by, I don't know if you've heard of this book, Sherry, The Miracle Morning. He inspired 6 Habits That Will Transform Your Life by 8 a.m. Hal Elrod's inspired me to write my book in the way that takes the reader off the page, out of the page, and into my community. And I'm really excited to grow that. It takes time, but I'm really excited to grow it. So let me dive into the segments of the 7 Freedoms Frequency podcast. I've shared, what's going on for me. Would love to know what's going on for you. If you've had a great day, how you're feeling, how, like, we rate our vibration between a 1 and an 11. Sherry said, I've said this for years, be original and share. Sorry, my eyes are blurry. Be original and share your own unique strengths and powers. Well, can we come together in that? Can we come together in that as a collective and believe that and walk forward together, like lock arms? Like, the guy that I was talking to, which is not business, but he was saying, not all guys are like that. And actually, I've been hurt and I've been betrayed and and it's like, dude, from your first message, I would have never, it's like, not start with that, but lead with what's in here. Don't put the walls up and protect. I think sometimes we have that fear, is that wall, fear of being judged, fear of being salesy, fear of being blah, blah, blah. And we then, a fear of being ourselves, fear of being all the things, just not having the confidence to speak out. And Shelby said, absolutely, that's it. And so that's my monthly call, is that us locking arms and saying, you know what, let's be authentic. Let's share each other's work. It's not about competition. Thank you. Be your original. Be original and share your own unique gifts and powers, because we are also powerful, and we're getting lost in that noise, and we can't stand going out there in that noise. So it's like, what do we do? The same again with the online dating. There's apps. Where else are we going to go? Like the online space, it's changed. The online space for groups and YouTube channels, we've got to be there and be in it, but try and do it in a way that feels good, that's in an environment that we actually want to be in. Like, I'm not going to create an environment that I don't actually want to be in. So I want to create the group for spiritual entrepreneurs who want to launch their book and create a readership community and actually add value. Add value first, not this go out and build a list, go out and build a readership community and offer your gifts in a way. That's what's going to light me up. That's where I'm at. That's what I put a stake in the ground for. That's what I'm going to go out there and speak about. That's the environment that I want to create. And as I speak this, I'm soul speaking it into existence. So again, hopefully you feel amazing. We're going to rate our vibration about our environment, our immediate environment, our environment in here, the world, the universe, being online, offline, whatever environment comes to mind that you have on your vision board that you want to manifest. How do you feel? How do you feel? And so I'm at an 11 because I'm doing the things. I'm in the mud, in motion through all of it. And it's not easy. But the more I move through it, the more I get clearer. So I'm at an 11. So you can rate between a 1 and 11. 1 is like soul funk, like, oh, and 11 is like soul flow, like guidance. You're being guided, even if it's tough, even if it's everything is not being revealed to you all at once. How do you feel? Because when you raise your vibration to be at that frequency that's in alignment with your vision and your higher self, what you've come here to do as a spiritual entrepreneur, as a light worker, more will be revealed and more soul flow. And it's hard sometimes to do that, to raise your vibration on your own. And, I'm here holding myself accountable. And I say, this is for me. It's for you as well, Sherry, but it's for me. Initially, it's for me primarily. So that is what I want to say. I'll show you the card that I've pulled for today. I won't leave it till the end just because I've been rambling for so long. So this card is, I don't think you can see that. Can you see it? It's from Keepers of the Light and it's called Thank You for the Love. Divine Healing, Hilarion. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but it says, honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. That's exactly it. Like, retreat and recharge. I'm going to see if I can read inside the card because I believe it's for me and it's also for you. So hopefully you'll get a really good message from it. I'm just going to look at the page number. It's page 44. And Keepers of the Light, let me know if you've pulled a card for today or if you will pull a different card. All right, okay, let me read this. And again, my eyes go blur. I haven't got my glasses. It says, and recharge. Oh, did you see that? See, don't know why that went. Sorry, apologies. Hilarion is a spiritual master who lived in the Middle East during the 4th century. At the age of 15, he felt the call to go to the retreat of St. Anthony in the Egyptian desert. Wow. This was busy with needing healing. So after a while, he went back home with some monks. During this time, his parents passed away, and it is said that Hilarion was so devoted to the service he gave all of his estate to his brothers and the poor. Sounds like me. For the rest of his life, he lived as a hermit in a cave. I don't want to be in a cave. I retreated. I'm like, yes, let me get out there. But that recharging is nice. In a cave, and was said to perform miracles with his prayers and touch. To this day, he is dedicated to healing, but he also helps spiritual people who feel overly sensitive to overcome their challenges and integrate into the normal world. And that's where I'm at. Integrating into the normal world, but actually let's shift this normal world because it doesn't actually feel that normal to me. I'm just saying. Extended message. The world can seem overwhelming to you and it's okay to retreat to a safe space every now and again, and then to cleanse and recharge your energy. You may feel called to serve others, to share your healing with them, but please ensure you are filled up with light and love, and love energy first. I love that. So that you are not sacrificing your own development for others. Absolutely. You are surrounded by healing light of Hilarion and the healing angels at this time, so that you can recharge and feel whole. So if that resonates with you, great. You know, as our environment, like I say, you know, going out there, doing all the things, going out there, getting featured, building a group, blah, blah, blah. Sometimes we do have to step back and say, actually, you know, I want to be in an environment that supports me. The book that I read for today was Atomic Habits. Don't know if you've heard of that book. I love that book. I've listened to it at least 8 times, probably more, because I just love it so much, by James Clear. He says breaking bad habits and replacing them with good, or something like that. I can't remember what. I don't have the physical copy, and the Audible is on my phone. And so he was saying that basically that your environment gives you cues, basically. So setting up your environment so it supports you, but also the advertising environment, like there's cues everywhere to buy this, do that, all the distractions. So if we're not mindful of the environments that we are in, we're going to get distracted. And the online space, trying to build a business online and trying to travel while you teach, you're going to be distracted with lots of things, and your soul clients or your soul tribe are going to be distracted with lots of things. And it's like, how do you invite them over into your world and have them stay in your world long enough for them to have that transformation? And I believe that books absolutely transform lives, and that's why I'm going to lead with my book. James Clear was also talking about how, what was he saying? He was saying that, like, what we eat, what we do, like our habits, eating, like the environments that we like, TV, different things are all designed for that distraction. And he was talking about food, and how, and I'm sure you know this, how there are people in environments actually going out of their way to create food that we consume in a way that we consume more salt, sugar, all, and fat. Like, we're different. We're in a different environment than what we were years and years ago, when we needed to eat as much as we needed to eat to, like, store the food. And now we don't actually need to do that. But the way that the advertising and different things actually just, it's like a push and pull, like, constantly. And if it's not for us, because we're managing that, our clients are pushed and pulled and doing all the things and having all the habits that they don't actually want to have. And I think when we're doing our light work online, we've got to remember and not take things personally when people get distracted, people don't do the work, people don't do all the things, and people don't follow through. All those things. Programming, yes, Sheree says programming. That is exactly what I meant. The programming, down to what you will eat. And as he was saying about the salt and the sugar, I was eating like peanuts, and I was like, and I kept going back in the cupboard. I didn't even get a bowl of peanuts. I was like, oh, I'll just have a few. And I don't usually eat peanuts. I usually eat like cashews and what have you, and almonds and stuff, like raw. And I ate these peanuts, and they were salty. And I found myself, I must have been in that cupboard at least 6 times. The girl's not even going to lie. Little handfuls, but I just went back, and I went back, and I was listening to the Atomic Habits. As I was doing this, I'm like, oh, that's what it is. Like, that is exactly what it is, even to the point of what we're putting in our mouth. Is crazy. Like, really, literally finding our own consistency in our day to launch our day, lead our day, and leave our day. So this brings me into our vision, right? What do you envision your life really looking like and feeling like in terms of being a spiritual entrepreneur? Do you want to travel while you teach? Do you want to teach online? How many people do you want to reach, right? Like, what does that look and feel like? And what are your habits every single day that are moving you forward to that? like, have you got the habit? So I know that people come to me and they have a really big vision. And it probably gets bigger by the time that they finish working with me. But then it's like, this is the version of you on your vision board. You're here, which is a natural gap because you're going for it. You're setting those intentions. However, if you don't have the habit, no matter how much I teach, no, if you don't have the habits, it's not going to work. And all that conditioning and all that programming is something that we really have to sort and sift through, right? And so I'm really about that. And that's why I'm here every single day. Sheree said, I want to share my messages with the world. Exactly. Can we do that? And how are you sharing your message with the world? Like, literally, like, how are you sharing your message with the world? There's so many different platforms, so many different environments, so many different social media, and everybody's telling you go on TikTok and do all the things, which I'm never going on TikTok. Like, and I actually can say that. Do you know why? It was, what was it called before TikTok? Oh, I can't remember. My daughter went on it. Musically, I think it was called. And I saw people doing. I was like, what? And I'm never going on to. It's not my form of content. My daughter's like, Mom, you need to get on there. You get followers. You get blah blah blah. You blow up. What was the other one? Clubhouse. I haven't heard that mentioned in a while. All the. I'm just like not interested. I'm just not interested. Like I'm just not. I want to have the lifestyle that I want to have while I share my gifts in the world. And for me, YouTube and YouTube ads and Amazon ads is an educational space, the how-to space. That's what floats my boat. I don't need to be pushed and put. Like, stuff will come in, stuff will fade. And being really super clear on that path for me and being in it for the long haul, I think is going to serve me really well. Like, again, if you're sharing your gifts in the world, and that's what I take. I have the Movement Marketing Media Kit Challenge, Sherry, on my YouTube channel at the Soul Legacy TV. I talk about movement marketing and taking your book out there, taking your gifts out there, getting featured. I will be getting featured more. I've been featured this week. I'm getting featured, sharing your movement, your message, and your money, and aligning your movement, your message, and your money. Sorry, getting featured on TV, summits, radio, podcast, all those things. But if we're teaching online and we're going out there, we've got to have the container. We've got to have the container, because when you blow up, there's oftentimes people have a fear of success. Like, I can't blow up that fast because I won't be able to handle it. And working one-to-one is not going to actually do that. Sherry says, I've been sharing live. I've not seen. Now live in groups and programs. I'd love to write a book. Hit me up. That's where I'm sharing. Have you? I don't even, do you know what? I haven't even seen your, tag me anytime. I'd love to support you. Tag me at any time. I have not seen anything. Like, I'm not on the socials though, scrolling all the time, to be fair. But I literally, like, yeah, I haven't seen it. Awesome. Love it. So if you'd love to write a book, that I've got the co-author book, right? I've got the co-author book series, Sharing Your Spiritual Awakening Story. And then I've got the mastermind, which is teaching how to write the book, but not just teaching how to write the book in a way that just writes the book. It's writing the book in the way that it shares your message with the world. And again, taking the reader out of your book and into your world, if that makes sense. Like, there's so much self-help and I just don't stand for it. I'm like, no more self-help. We want to actually invite the readers. So the way that I build the book and the self-publishing process is to have that education and that marketing being that come into my world, come and do my 5-day challenge, come into my world, come and get on a call, a group call. I teach group stuff. But yeah, I'd love to have a chat with you. I think I was supposed to message you and I didn't regarding that. I will hit you up, or yeah, well, either you message me or I'll message you regarding that, because I'd love to support you on it. Absolutely. I'm about to, which starts on the 8th of December. I'm about to do some book money breakthroughs for passive and leveraged income streams. So I'm excited about that. Yeah, I'd love to have you in the Call to Book series as well. That's what I mean by calling in my tribe. That's what I mean by, like, I can't stand for just anything or anyone. Like, I don't want to just build relationships for the sake of building a relationship and saying, get on my list, get on my email list and here, buy my stuff. It irks me. Like, it irks. And I don't think we don't get to know each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love it. So when we have that vision of making our difference, we've got to have those habits. And again, thank you for sharing that, because if you'd love to write your book, this is the thing for me, and this is what I've learned, and I'm still learning. You know, I'm not perfect, and I've not figured every single thing out. I'm still growing, and I'll share as I grow. But doing the lives and the groups and the programs, for me, I wanted to base it around my book. Like Halal Rod, the Miracle Morning, he's got a readership community. I talk about this all the time, so you might be bored of this, but he's got a readership community, and of 300,000 members. It was 100,000 when I joined about 6 years ago. And he's got an app, Miracle Morning. He's got and other books now, but he's got a movie around the Miracle Morning equation. He's got merch. He used to have the best year ever program. Everything is about. So when we lead with our book, or we take what we've been doing and put it into a book, then the book speaks for itself, and we position ourselves. And how many people that do we really admire in the world have a book? The majority. People lead with a book. It's just like, it's a natural thing to package up, but the way that I share it, I believe, is going to be different for the spiritual community and for light workers. So yeah, I mean, and that passive income streams and that leverage income streams, I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm sitting with it and really calling those people in who have got a story. And I haven't heard your story. I haven't. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna go and stalk you. Usually, I've stalked people by now, but I've had my head down and doing my work. So whatever you have on your vision board, again, and Sherry, I don't know if you're in the new group, because I've created a bunch of groups. It's called the Spiritual Entrepreneurs Book Launch Club with Iona Meade. It's a Facebook group. I will be launching my paperback. I already launched my Kindle version of my book and got it to #1 on Amazon in the Kindle store in 7 days in 7 categories. They don't have that many categories now, but I did it without actually writing my book. I did it on pre-order, and I gave myself a year to write the manuscript. And then I shouted about my book. And again, it's a #1 bestseller. I'm only now just doing the paperback. So the way that I teach you to write it, you can write it, market it, sell it, and give yourself time to write it. It's a really beautiful way of not getting bogged down with it. You've got to make some decisions what the book would be about and the description and what would be in it, but you don't have to get bogged down with it. I know somebody that I was interviewing who said they took 3 years, and it's still not done. 3 years to write their book. And I'm like, it took me forever until I learned what I learned now. So next segment, how you launch your day, lead your day, and leave your day. I think we covered that. Like, have it support the bigger goal. That's why we do the vision board. And again, the vision board challenge is in December. It's in a couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll see you on there, Sherry. It is the second week in December at 7:30 p.m. UK time on my YouTube channel at Soul Legacy TV, Spiritual Business Success with Iona. If you go to the playlist that says the vision board, there's replays, but if you click into the playlist, there's actually the next challenge there already, because I'm organized. As soon as I've done one, I'll do the next one. And that's why I wanted to be in that environment, because YouTube lets you schedule things out, and it's just lovely. All right, so what else have we got? We've done the book, we've done the card. Gratitude. Shall we do gratitude, Sherry? And I think that's it. I'm not even following it. I'm not even looking at my journal. I think I've done everything. Let's do. Oh, then we do the bank 50K in 50 days. So I'm just going to say gratitude, because this is me soul speaking into existence. And we know that gratitude works, right? But I want to bring in and support you in bringing in gratitude for not random gratitude. bringing in every single area of your life, so that you manifest that light work and lifestyle balance in every single area of your life, because you're expressing gratitude, even if you're not focusing hard on a particular area of your life, but you're not just dropping off. Like, I don't know about you, but like when you're working on business, like family drops off, health drops off, emotional mess. Do you know what I mean? Spiritual practices, like finance it, it's like I want to have it all, have it all, and not deprive ourselves. I don't think that we're living an intentional life and setting intentions is about having that harmony. I'm not saying that we have to have like full on everything in all at once in every single area, but having my relationships drop off while I'm building my business is an absolute no for me. It's an absolute hard no. I've done it and it doesn't feel good. And you turn around and that's the legacy that we're leaving, like our kids. My daughter's nearly 21. She used to sit on my knee. I taught her how to write, homeschool both of my kids for a while. And I taught her how to read and write. She'd sit on my knee while I was doing my work and stuff. And she's good with that. But, having more freedom is the thing for me. So I'm going to say I'm happy, I'm grateful, and appreciate. That's the way that I do gratitude. And it might be something in the past, it might be something in the present, it might be something in the predicted future, for all 7 areas: for contribution, health, emotions, environment, relationships, spirituality, and finances. Okay, so I'm going to do mine. You can do yours. You can write it down, and I'll do it quite quickly today. So I say I'm happy and grateful and appreciate for contribution, that I was able to contribute to my daughter in that way, and she saw me doing my work in the world. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that I was able to homeschool them, right? Homeschool both of my kids, accidentally, but I did it. And this is before, like, she's older now. She's 5, 6. A lot of people got to homeschool in the pandemic and didn't love it. And I'm like, oh, wow, like that level of freedom is just beautiful to me. When we used to go out and we'd get VIP treatment at the museums and the art galleries and the what have you, because people were out on school trips, but that it was just like, it was lovely. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate my health. I'm fasting, back into my fasting, and not being pushed and pulled, although I told the peanut story. I'm eating within a window and I feel really good, basically. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate that. Happy and grateful and appreciate Emotional Freedom Wednesday. Oh my, happy and grateful. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the emotional connection that I can make with people, even though it's online. That for me is pretty powerful. Like through a screen, through your phone, you can actually connect. And like literally have goosebumps, literally have a connect. That's beautiful for me. Happy and grateful and appreciate my environment. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the environment that I've created in the Soul Legacy Academy, because I sat and listened to my own training, and my teaching is long. Like this, it's long. And I say to people, watch me on hyperspeed. But it was really great to learn from myself today in my own environment that I just had an idea about. And now I am preparing to travel while I teach. Without that, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm happy and grateful and appreciate the relationships. Again, the relationship with you, Sherry. Thank you so much. Makes me smile. Like literally makes me smile. Happy and great, and that we share similar values. That's huge for me. Intentional living is about my values, our values. Happy and grateful for that. Happy and grateful and appreciate spirituality, soul to soul connections, like soul, just knowing, being awake spiritually. And somebody had said to me online on the dating thing, it's like, you seem really switched on. I'm like, thanks. Because people can feel that, I love it. Happy and grateful and appreciate financial freedom. What do I thinking of money today? Happy and grateful and appreciate all of my students that have ever invested in me. Happy and grateful and appreciate that, because being able to create a passive income stream. I remember, I'm happy and grateful and appreciate, this is in the past, my very first, and I talk about this in my book, my very first passive income stream was $17 in 2000 and 15, 16. I don't know. I wrote the date because I've got the screenshot of it. Somebody said, screenshot that, you'll come back and talk about it. And I'm like, yeah, $17. It was for a handbook called, get this, How to Sell Your Services Without Selling Your Soul. Yeah, still, this is it. All right, so the bank 50K in 50 days challenge, and then it'll be the call, and I will respect your time. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It means the world to me. Right, Soul Legacy Journal. This is me, my video journal. I'm the founder of the Soul Legacy Academy, if you don't know. The Soul Legacy Journal gives you 1,000 pounds. I created this, right? And the back of it, I don't know if I've ever, if I have ever, but I don't know if I've shared this with you, Sherry. The quote on the back of it, it says, your soul legacy is every life you impact, influence, or impress upon. Every soul client, soul family, and soul tribe you touch, soul expansion begins with you. And I coined that for Maya Angelou and Oprah. She said about the impact you don't know, the influence that you'll have on other people and your legacy. It's all the people that you touch that she's touched over the years. And I was like, how do I explain that in mine? And that's that what you're doing, getting your gifts out in the world, is that legacy. So the Soul Legacy Journal gives you £1,000, dollars, or euros every single day to spend. And so if I asked you today to write down what you would spend £1,000 on, you'd tie 10% to a worthy cause. What worthy cause would you support? Who would you be? If you had that and you go, right, I'm just going to give it, I'm just going to give it 100. But like, when have you last done that? Have you ever done that? Do you want to do that? My worthy cause is Compassionate Friends, a charity for bereaved parents, because I am one, and I dedicate my work to my son, Daniel Samuel Meade. But when we spend that vibrational money, it's sending that energy forth to amazing things. It means that we do our light work in the world because we want to make a difference, but we also do our light work in the world because we can actually give and gift financially, like not just energetically, not just in our time, but we can give financially, and it matters because the people do need it. And so what would be the worthy cause? What would you spend it on? And I invite you to go and actually do that. Write it down and actually go and spend I've got a vibrational money voucher in the Soul Legacy Academy and also in the group for the vision board. So you can see I had a Fiverr guy create the vibrational money voucher. So it literally is an energy exchange. And it says the soul income game on it, and bank 50K in 50 days. So the idea is over 50 days to create the habit of spending, like not just giving. It's receiving that and spending it. I was talking to someone, a guy on the dating app, and he's saying, you know, I'm a giver, not a taker, and I love giving, and I, you know, spend more money on my daughter, but I don't feel really comfortable spending it on myself. It feels like a waste, and that's not a prosperous way to live, right? It's not a waste to spend it on yourself. It's not just about giving everybody else. You can spend it and give a gift, but also on experiences for you, because you are worthy of having that. And when we're in business, so when we work for somebody else, we accept the money. When we work for ourselves, we want to repel the money. That kind of makes no sense. We won't be working for ourselves for very long if that's the case. So it's a way to come from a space of feeling prosperous, basically. Feeling grounded, not worrying emotionally, knowing that you can be in the environments that you want to be in, whether it's tomorrow, next year, whatever it is, like, so it is, it's created, right? Knowing that we can spend our money on ads, YouTube ads and Amazon ads, I will be spending mine on, to reach more people without being drained, right? It's just, there is a way to use the money. People say, Rowan came on here the other day and she's like, I hate shopping. I said, no, not hate shopping. Like, you've got, like, she wants to get a greenhouse and do this and do that. Like, you don't hate shopping, just think of the shopping on things that they cost money. So come from the space that all your bills are paid, your taxes are done, and all your savings are done. What would you spend your vibrational money voucher on? You can post it in the group if you want to. As we do the vision board challenge, you'll probably be more clear on the experiences that you want to have. But definitely don't say no to the experiences that you want to have. Like, that makes no sense. Like, having a full life and having that life that is full, that like that's your legacy. And bringing other people along and inspiring other people, that's your legacy. So that is it. So the monthly call, again, the YouTube podcasting partnerships for spiritual entrepreneurs who have a movement, who want to get their gifts out in the world. Absolutely. Join me, collaborate, connect, cross promote, all the things. As I build this out again, lots of people are hiding behind closed doors, but I'm really excited about connecting with people who really want to make a difference, who want to write a book. And that's why I'm starting with the book, because when we think of like being an author and standing on stages and getting our people listen to us more, because that authorship gives us that credibility. And so that's where I want to take it. And again, I listen and read to books every single day. Sherry, thank you so much for spending this time with me. I don't know if you plan to, but I really do appreciate it. It's been fun. Environmental Freedom Thursday. I wouldn't even say it's my favorite day. I always say relationships Freedom Friday is my favorite day, which is tomorrow. But like getting to travel while I teach and noticing like when people say, oh my gosh, it's a holy grail, digital nomad is a holy grail. A lot of guys are like, oh wow, you know. And I'm like, oh, okay, because in our world, it's like normal, but I want to partner up. I don't want to do it all alone. So I've got to meet a guy that can have something similar or work towards something similar. So if you know someone, not many playing. But that is it. I think we did it all. Thank you again, Sherry, for spending this time with me. Again, share your gifts, shine your light, because you are born to serve. Here's to showing up, speaking out, and serving deep. Right? Shining our light in the world, serving deep. Be blessed in your soul purpose. Big love. Take care. Thank you, Sherry. Bye.